It's Pop from the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be working on another block for the block of the month. We're almost done. We've almost got the full 12 months done. As you can see on the screen here, we've got the current blocks, and if you look at our latest block from last month, you can see it fits really nicely in here into the whole pattern. It continues on the pattern from the maze block, as well as matches up nicely with the center block here. So we're going to start on a new block here. So I'm going to go over to the block work table, as we always do, and we're going to click on new block, a new piece block, and an easy draw block. From there, we'll start with our standard grid that we're doing this year with all of our blocks, or at least all of them so far. And we're going to try and drag it straight into the corner and get our full nine blocks there. Okay, so this pattern is quite interesting. It's a little bit more complex than the last block. We're going to start out by cutting off all the corners and make sure I get it in the right place. There we go. There. Okay. Now we're going to keep cutting off the corners until we're done. And there's the corners gone. Poor corners. Next, we're going to draw a line straight from corner to corner on each of the same blocks, and we're going to do it in the same direction for each of them. As you can see, we're already starting out to be a little bit more complex than the half squares that we did last time. Did mention that this was going to be a little bit more challenging for everybody, so hopefully you can get behind this, and we're going to have some fun with it. And we're going to draw squares in each of the corners. It's always fun when you can make squares, because then they're easy to change into something else. Now, the key on the next part here is we're going to make these into half squares, and we're going to they're going to be colored separately. So we're going to take a look here and do each one of the corners, and there we go. The next part of this design is we're going to go into this block here, and like we did with the corners here, we're going to cut off the corners again on this one, except this time we're going to do it all the way around. And we'll go from here to here, from here to here. And we got a nice pattern there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to continue this line. So this line is going to come straight down. We're going to start here, and we're going to go straight over and line it up like that. And then we're going to continue this line on the other side, right like that. We're going to do the same on all four corners now, just to make it symmetrical. You know how much I like that, making things look easy and good. So one of the things we will need to do is make this a little bit easier to build out. So we go from here to there, there to there. Yeah, that's right. So as you can see, this would be a really big challenge to actually make into something. So we're going to change that slightly. Actually, I think I might have the lines wrong. No, they're right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's work on the center block now. We're just going to make it like it looks like this. So we're just going to keep doing the same thing. We're going to cut off all the corners. So we have a nice shape like that, and we're going to do the same thing we did in here, and we're going to do it down in this bottom corner. So in the center, we're going to take it down, we're going to extend down this line, and we're going to extend down this line. So that this line continues all the way straight down into the bottom. But not only that, we're going to cut off the corners here. So we've got, what's the start of a nice square? Well, seeing as it's the start, let's make it a square. Let's do the same for all four. And there we go. You can see it's coming together. Awesome. Now, I think we've got some pretty much plain space here. So I want to continue to work this down. We're going to bring down the corners again on here, and we're going to keep this line the same. And we're going to draw the same lines on this side to mirror. And there we go. There's the next part here. So to create some interest in these side blocks, we're going to draw a line straight down, just like that. And then we're going to do the same, and we're going to go back up the top. No, we're not. We're going to stop right here, and then we're going to draw a line straight down the center here like this. And same here. So now it looks like we've got an arrow this way. We're going to draw a line down here to match. So now we've got the full block, and this is what this corner is going to look like. So now we're going to mirror the same thing. Come down here, create that half square there, into the corner, create another half square, and like we did before, we're going to go to here, and a line straight across, and do here. So that should be all the lines we need. Well, is it? No, I think we have to put some more lines in here, don't we? So let's look at this corner here. Oh, this is what we missed. A line here. There we go. I think that's right. And we're going to do the same on all four sides. And that line is just going to help you be able to build the whole piece out. Okay, I think that's all. So let's go over to the color. As you can see, I've got lots of colors in the palette already. I was playing a little bit with some of the other colors for the last one, and trying to find the right shades that we used in the past was a little bit of a challenge. Well, looks like I missed some things. So I'm going to have to go back here, go back to the draw, and again, to make things easier, we'll add a couple more lines. You're like, there's lines everywhere. Yep, there's quite a few lines on this one, for sure. It's a much more complex block than what we've done in the past. So we're just going to start with coloring some of these in, and you'll start to see some of the cool shades come out of it. And we're going to do the center blocks like that, and those guys are going to get colors. And then we're going to color in our arrow on both sides, and we'll color here and here, and you can start to see some really neat shapes popping out just because of the coloring. And there we go, that's the general color. And then I think if we go to our off color now, and we'll put all of it in. cool thing about this block is when you finish it and you put it together with all of it, if you do a whole quilt with this, it looks really neat. So I'm gonna show you that in a second, but let's take a look at that and save that. And then let's go back over to the quilt work table and see if we can set this block in. It could go there for sure. I think that's my favorite location for it so far. Not so much there. Of course, it works well together with itself. That one actually works pretty good too. So I think that's what where we're gonna leave it for now. Is we're gonna put it in here, and it fits with both this, and hopefully it'll fit perfectly with that. Otherwise, we'll move it around in later. But we're gonna save this quilt the way it is, and let's start a new quilt. And we're just gonna quickly go over new quilt, horizontal, and we're just going to set the same block, but we're going to do it all in the same. Oops, wrong. Hit the wrong button. And there we go. And that's what this quilt will look like if you did this block alone as a whole quilt. It's actually quite neat. I really like this. The duplicate effects that this causes. If you look around the centerpiece here, you can also sort of see that it sort of folds around the center, sort of pulling it back from the centerpiece. So it's quite neat. And then the secondary squares that it builds out of it. So that's this month's block of the month design. So I hope you had a great time with this block, and I hope you have fun building it. Talk to you again soon. Bye.